How y'all doing?
Coach, it's going.
Good.
Fire away for Coach Cochran whenever y'all ready.
Coach, I saw that you guys were running that counter read drill the other day in Indy. I guess how have you seen your guys in the run blocking scheme work out, and I guess who of that group has been the best so far?
Yeah, it's a great drill for us. As much counter as we run, that's people kind of don't realize how tough that is on the tight end reading that guard's block, and so that's something we focus on a lot when we're running our counter gap schemes. But run game wise, Mason's probably the best run game tight end I've ever been around. And since my time at Texas, North Carolina, Baylor, I've never seen someone get after it in the run game like him. And then just how we've seen just continuous improvement from JC, from Jalen. Jason does some good things in the run game. So all those guys are, they're physical dudes that they're not pretty boys that just want to catch the ball. They'll put their face in it.
You talked about the depth in this room in the spring. I guess how have those guys grown, and what's the competition like for those snaps when it push comes to shove?
Yeah, that's the awesome thing about the room is they all love each other, and we're a true family. But at the end of the day, they also know there's one starter, so they're all competing every single day. And we've done it throughout the spring of, I grade every day of film, and whoever graded out the best, they get to start the next day. So, it's been some good rotation. It's been a great spring as far as just being competitive and wanting to not only love each other, but also compete against each other a little bit.
So who started today?
Today, JC had it.
JC
Yep.
Miller, correct?
JC Miller, yes sir.
As this team shows the growth from previous years to now, what have you seen in the room that shows you the potential for this room for this year and for their future?
Yeah, I think I'll talk about Mason in that aspect of because he's been here the longest. He was going to be a sophomore when this staff came in, and to just see his growth, not only on the field. Yes, he's become a completely different human on the field, but seeing him off the field and buying into everything that Coach McGuire has brought into this place of just becoming the brand every day. It doesn't matter what is going on in a couple days. All that matters is what's next. So having that what's next mindset, and so he has kind of embodied that buying into the culture. And because he's the leader of the room, I think everyone from Jalen to JC to Jason to Trey, Charlie Robb, they all believe in what we're doing as a program. So it's awesome to see just every single day them come to work and them really just trust and buy into everything we believe in this program.
As adding running back coordinator to your skills, what has the tight end room done that has shown so much growth from last year?
Yeah, so it's really going to trending. It's been trending the same way the whole time. Every day we're just trying to get 1% better. And so as far as the role that the run game coordinator role, that I've scripted a few more plays than I have in the past, and it's very similar to what I've done in the past as far as just being in constant communication with Coach Kitley on what run schemes we like that next week, and just kind of throwing some creative ideas in there and seeing somebody else do something that let's give that a shot, and so we're going to add some new stuff, but having a guy like Taj Brooks as your running back, that's always a good thing. So
still planning to be upstairs this year?
Yes, sir. I'll still be in the box upstairs and try and help Coach Kitley any way I can.
Coach, what's Trey Jackson's development been like since he showed up in the spring to where he's at now?
Yeah, he's one of those that probably benefited as much as anybody about graduating early. He's a basketball player. He's a hooper. If you saw last year during the slam dunk contest at halftime, he'd been here for 2 weeks. He should have been in geometry, and he came in front of a couple thousand people at a basketball game and jumped over Taj and Barron. So I mean, like he's just a freak athlete with great ball skills and still raw. Don't get me wrong, but our strength staff has done a phenomenal job with him. He's put on probably 15 pounds in good weight. Put on probably 15 pounds since he came in, and just what I love about Trey is, and I think it's the mindset of what he was taught at South Oak Cliff. He's not afraid of it. He'll go against the ones. He's not afraid of anything. He'll go against the ones and compete his tail off. Now, will he win every rep? No. All right, but he will compete every single rep. And so that mentality, that competitive mentality is one of the best things about him.
How has Conyers kind of responded coming back from that ankle or whatever he had during spring to now where he's full go, and how's he look movement-wise as well?
Movement-wise, he doesn't look like he missed a spring, to be honest with you. He's done, golly, talk about just a big body that's freakish body skills, just body control. The yards after contact is really, and you can go back and watch that from his previous film. The yards after contact, he just has such good body balance. But movement-wise, I mean, he's running as fast as he has. He's cutting just like he always has. We feel like we got a good plan for him, and he's really embraced being an overall tight end. And it's not just kind of a tricky get the ball in my hands type guy.
Coach, given what Mason can do just with his size and then the athleticism of Jalen Conyers, have you guys worked on any sets where they're on the field at the same time? And if so, what do you think that'll look like? Yeah,
so we've been in 12 personnel sets with 2 tight ends, a pretty good bit the past 2 years. But that's probably ramped up a little bit more having guys, because we have 3 guys that I feel like could start anywhere in the Big 12, really anywhere in the country. That's how much I believe in those 3. So we're going to have them on the field together at the same time. We'll line them up at different spots, and it's fun. It's fun from getting to for Coach Kitley, and then for the little bit of run game I'm designing. It's a lot of fun having guys like that, having weapons like that.
Kitley kind of mentioned yesterday about JC adapting to the tight end position after being a receiver at Elon, coming from an offensive lineman. So if he started today, I'm guessing working out pretty well for him.
Oh man, he is now him in the spring to now, the transformation has been unreal. Our offense it's tough when you come in and you've never been a part of it before, because we play fast. We put a lot on the tight ends because they got to know schematically, they got to know every receiver's position depending on the formation we're in, as well as all the blocking schemes. So besides the quarterback, probably tight end had the most put on them. And has to be, run good routes, catch the ball, and also blocking the run game. So we put a lot on those guys. But just through the transformation through the spring and then summer workouts to now, I couldn't be more happy with where he's at.
That's time for 1 or 2 more.
What person on the defense has given your tight ends the most trouble?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say Isaac. Isaac does a good job. Isaac does a great job. He lines up right in front of my guys a lot when we're in the core, and he does a really good job. And he's strong kid, long, does a great job getting hands off. So he's a good one. But we have so many. Coach IU does an unbelievable job with those edge guys. That there's a lot of them.
Coach, back in the spring when we got to meet JC for the first time, he mentioned that this was one of his first times this far from home. But he also mentioned that you and McGuire and the team kind of made him feel more at home here. Can you talk about that relationship you had with him on and off the field?
Yeah, he's never been. Elon was 20 minutes from his house, so he's never been further than that from home. And so as a coach, I appreciated his parents trusting me, trusting our staff, and during the spring it was tougher on him, just because I'd make sure I'd FaceTime his mom with him. We'd make sure he was talking, and but he's so loved on this team. Y'all talk to him. Personality's unbelievable, so everyone loves him. You know, I try and tell him I love him every day, and he's just one of those kids that so fun to be around, and I think he's really embracing being a part of this team, a part of this culture, and you know, I've never seen him without a smile on his face.
All right, that'll do it.
Thanks,
Coach.
guys.
Thank y'all, appreciate y'all.